Hi. So today I'm going to read you a bedtime story. If you have a laptop, you can take the laptop up to bed with you when you go to sleep and then hit play on the YouTube player when you're ready to go to bed. If you have a desktop, you can just hit play and then turn off the monitor before you go to sleep. Yeah, so in case you've just hit play and are going to bed, I'll give you a minute to get yourself into bed. And then I'll read you a bedtime story. Okay, ready? You all tucked in and everything? Alright. This is called Why I'm Here by Amy Hempel. Name a time when you are happy is one of the questions. I am taking a test to find out what to do. The way to do this is to find out what you like. This is not obvious, the way it sounds. For example, the questions that say, would you prefer to A, answer questions about what you do, B, answer questions about what you know, or C, answer questions about what you think? My answer is, depends, but it's not one of the choices. I'm having to think in terms of always, sometimes, never. You cannot pass or fail this test. Your grade is more of a profile. After the written part of the test, I talked to the vocational guidance counselor. She's 50 or so, a short, square woman in a dress like a blender cozy. Mrs. Dean is the one who asks me when I'm happy. She says, "Tell me the thing you do anyway, and let's find a way to get you paid for that." I ask about a job throwing sticks for dogs to fetch, and she says, "Oh, now," and gives me the courtesy laugh. I'm the wrong age to be doing this. You take this test in college if you can't pick a major, or you take it to help you change your life. Later, after you've had a life. Somewhere in the middle is the reason why I'm here. So, the time when I am happy. It starts with the sign that says open house, and the colored cellophane flags on a string across the walk. Then the unlocked door into a furnished model home, or even better, unfurnished rooms. Here you have to imagine the lives the way you see characters in a book as you read. It doesn't stop here with inspecting the rooms, the thing that I do anyway. I move into new apartments. First I get rid of most of what I have. My friends are loaded up with ironing boards and sofa beds. I hand out records and wicker and lamps. Never mind the plants. The books alone. When the place is pared down, I spell my new number. It works like this. You take your telephone prefix, say it's 776. That's PRO. Then you start dialing words until you reach a disconnect, an available number. PROMISE, PRODIGY, PROVERB, PROBLEM, PROVOAKE, PROTECT, PROSPER. I buy a few beers for the two guys with the van who will load up what is left. I hope for the best, though you can count on this for damage. 3 moves equals a fire. The new place brings a rush of settlement. Paper towels and spray cleaners, plastic bags to line plastic wastebaskets. There is glossy shelf paper to cut for the cabinets, and my name to put on the mailbox. It's the same thing again, 3 months later. Move enough times and you will never defrost a freezer. I'm telling this to Mrs. Dean. She says the key thing here is process, what she looks for on the happiness question. Does this happiness come from a person, place, or process? I tell her I don't know, that sometimes I just have to move. The place before this is what it was. I took a small apartment on the top floor of a house. It was a narrow gray Victorian with amber-stained glass windows on the landing. The manager apologized for the faulty shower head. He said he would fix it, and he did. the next day. He said he used to live in the house. He said that he and his brother used to play in my apartment where they set up their HO trains. On my way out one morning, I said hello to the manager. He was down on his knees on the carpeted stairs, suctioning lint with a special vacuum attachment. But something was different when I got home that night. It took me a minute. Nothing was moved. Then I noticed the rug. It covered the space between the fireplace and couch. Since I had been gone, that rug had been vacuumed. That wasn't all. There was something the manager said the day he fixed the shower. He said now that the stream was strong, I could really lather up. Lather up? I repeat to Mrs. Dean. Mrs. Dean scans the written portion of my test. She says I skipped a question, the one that says, would you prefer to A, think about your plans for tomorrow, B, think about what you would do if you had $1 million, C, think about how it would feel to be held up at gunpoint. I say, I want the job for the person who picks B. Mrs. Dean says, what do you suppose would happen if you just stayed put? If you just stayed still long enough to think a thing through? I don't know, I say. I won't feel like myself. Oh, she says, but you will. You are. Alright, that's it. Maybe I'll post another one later. Good night.